Vitamin C is everywhere. Okay, maybe not in space, but nearly every organism on this planet contains and uses vitamin C. Even the most silly ones. In fact, we humans are obsessed with it. We can buy it as capsules or pills, but we even add it to food that already has plenty of vitamin C. Most of us would agree that this makes a product appear healthy, and yet most of us couldn't even say what, any vitamin actually does. Still, vitamins stand for health. So why do we have that connection in our head? And does it even exist for real? We need to kick off with some history here. The 1910s and 20s were decades crucial to pretty much every science. Einstein developed the relativity theory, Freud revolutionized psychology. Well, chemistry didn't have that one big moment or personality that we all know about now, but it also finally transformed into a modern science. Chemists discovered loads of molecules at this time. Stuff like nicotine or caffeine or many drugs were found in nature and later synthesized or modified in the labs. They also came across a couple of substances that seemed to be crucial for the human body and called them vitamins. One of which was vitamin C, which is actually quite simple, chemically speaking. After a while, people figured out that this molecule was actually connected to scurvy, hence the chemical name ascorbic acid. Scurvy is the illness that occurs when you don't have enough vitamin C for a long time. The body needs vitamin C to produce certain tissues, so when there's not enough in your body, first your teeth become loose and your muscles get weaker, and eventually you die because even your heart becomes too weak to pump blood. With a somewhat balanced nutrition though, this is no issue, because pretty much everything we eat contains vitamin C. It only was a big problem for long travels on the ocean because nutrition on board was very limited and bad. That's why scurvy has eradicated whole ship crews, and at the time nobody understood why. It took centuries for people to figure out that lemon or lime juice, thanks to its content in vitamin C, would prevent scurvy. And now, finally, we also figured out which exact substance was helping us out there. In 1934, a Jewish scientist from Switzerland found a way to produce big amounts of this molecule. So now vitamin C could be produced on industrial scale. Which sounds great, but scurvy wasn't really an issue anymore. Nutrition was generally okay at the time and sailors didn't spend weeks or longer at sea anymore. So producing vitamin C was pretty useless. But when vitamin C is everywhere now, what happened? Well, back in the day, some people saw an opportunity. The opportunity to make business. The pharma giant Hoffmann La Roche bought the patent for this production. Roche was in trouble. As science progressed, it also became clear how some drugs affected people. The good and bad about drugs like morphine came to light. New regulations made sure that people were safer, and profits plunged. So Roche started to look for alternatives, and vitamins hit the zeitgeist. Before that time, generally speaking, you were one of two things: sick or healthy. If you got sick, you probably pissed off some god or gods. Your body reflected your moral fitness. With the many discoveries of the time, like germs or, vitamins, humans understood that this was not the case. Your health was affected by what you ate or drank or by your hygiene. That explains why life expectancy improved so rapidly at the time. Our perception of health changed, and therefore our ways of dealing with it. So people started to pay more attention to what they consumed. And someone at Roche noticed that vitamins were a perfect vehicle to benefit from this. They came up with something they called hypovitaminosis. That was supposed to describe the state of the common people, just enough vitamins to stay healthy. But with more vitamins, they said, the health would become better. Now, there was no scientific evidence for that. In fact, if you consume enough vitamin C, adding more just ends up in your pee. But with all that new magical science stuff going on, it wasn't hard to install a belief and it just sounds scientific, and many people did believe it. Roche chose a way to spread the message with, basically an influencer campaign. During the 36 Olympics, athletes got vitamin packages. Cyclists of the Tour de Suisse and Tour de France took vitamin C, so athleticism and vitamins were connected. This went so far that vitamin C was considered to be prohibited as doping, for no actual reason, but it was just perfect from a marketing perspective. And some folks were particularly curious about vitamins. The Nazis were big fans. The message created around vitamin C fit perfectly into the narrative of the Nazi dictatorship, that there were differences between people, and some would take care better of themselves than others, by taking vitamins, for example. Roche used the Second World War to cash in on this. The Nazis bought literal tons of vitamin C for their army, and so did the US, by the way. The production was scaled up over and over, and it became part of the Nazi propaganda machine. Without the Nazis, we probably wouldn't consider vitamin C anything that special, let alone a miracle cure for anything. By the end of the war, vitamin C was well known on the entire planet. And just mentioning the name was advertising enough for any product that contains vitamin C. Vitamin C became a brand on its own. When you look at actual clinical trials, it becomes clear that there is no evidence for the many things that we like to believe. That it boosts our immune system, prevents or cures the cold, or would generally improve our health. If people found anything, the effects were so minor or for such specific scenarios, it wouldn't nearly justify the place that this vitamin has in our society. But the message still echoes in our heads. And it gets worse. If you don't need to deliver any actual science, you can claim whatever you want. We see so many things in vitamin C that it is easy to just add some more crap on top. Some people are exploiting this for personal profit or just out of cluelessness.
1971 Nobel Prize winning chemist Linus Pauling found that vitamin C could cure cancer.
Oh dear. Okay, so yes, there was a Nobel Prize winner named Linus Pauling who claimed that he would become 100 years old with his excessive vitamin C diet. Now, Pauling died 93 years old of cancer. So why is this guy talking about this?
I take Beyond Health vitamin C because it meets my quality standards. And if you're interested in cancer, be sure to read my book.
So better be careful. When you hear about some molecule or superfood or whatever, all the good things that come to your mind might actually be some 100-year-old propaganda. Hi, this is Stefan. First of all, thank you for watching. And of course, now I'm curious, did you ever take extra vitamins? Do you supplement them? And what do you think they actually do in your body? Let me know in the comments if you like the videos. Please subscribe, or maybe we see each other on Patreon or Discord. Until next time.